So let's see, if we want to survive in woods, what are the essential items we need to survive in the woods? What are the three basic items we need to survive in the woods, and what kind of shelters we can build in the woods if we want to build a solar water source or a solar water still, like a purified water. We want a water, some kind of, we need water to survive, right? So if you want to build a water source, how can you build that in the woods? All this we will learn today, and then I'll show you a video of actually people who are making, doing camps, or surviving in the woods, how they are surviving with the basic essential elements. Okay, so there are three basic elements which you need to survive in the woods. Okay, so the three basic elements are, first thing is you need a fireplace or a campfire. So you need a fireplace or a campfire to survive in the wood. The second basic thing which you need is, you need some kind of small vessels to cook your food. Okay, you need some kind of small vessels to cook your food. And the third stuff what you need in the wood is, you need like a a big stick, because if a bear comes, you need something for protection. So you need a big stick, with there is a small ring which you get on Dollar Tree or market, you can tie to the big stick. And you need this, so when the bear hears the sound, it will just run away. Or you can this big stick can act as a protection to chase away the bear. And then you, with the big stick, you can also have a chili spray. So if you have the chili pepper spray, it is like a spray, it has red chili powder. It is just going to spray it out in the animals or whoever is attacking. So that is like a red chili pepper spray, and that also acts as a protection, so you can chase away that animal. Okay, so these are three basic things you need, but also you need like some kind of canned food, or some kind of canned food you need, and you need some kind of water to survive. Okay, so there are like five basic things which you need. You need some kind of food to survive in the jungle, in the woods. Water you need. You need some small vessels to cook. I'll show you, we have some vessels for camping, so I'll show you those vessels. And then you get it on amazon.com. And then you need a fireplace or a campfire to protect you from cold. Also, it is very dark in the woods, so you need some kind of light, so you need this campfire. And then you need a chili pepper spray or a big stick, so if any wild animal comes in the wood, you can chase them away. Okay, now what are the precautions basically you take in the wood is, you should always, when you're building a campfire, you should always find a place. Let me just admit one more person in the group. Okay, so when you're surviving in the wood, we said these are the five things. Now the precautions is, you should find a place where you can lie down and there are no big trees. Because if you find a place, if you're building a shelter, or you're going to build this campfire in a place where there are a lot of trees, and there are a lot of not small trees but very old and big trees, what is going to happen? Just in case there is a wind or a storm, the big tree fall on you, it is going to be an accident, right? You're going to get a lot of hurt. So you should find a open space where there are no big trees, big old trees. Otherwise, there is a risk of these trees falling on you. The second precaution which you have to take is, you have to build a tent. And it is like, it should be the tent which you build, it should be like, give you some kind of shade. That tent should give you some kind of shade, and it should be a protection, like it should be an insulation. So if you're it should give you some kind of warmth. So it should be an insulator, as well as it should be, the tent which you're building should be something like which gives you protection, and it should be a insulator. Okay, third thing is, if you get lost in the woods, stop. Don't run here and there, don't panic. Stay calm. Plan what is your next movement. Think of your options and explore them. Work towards every possibility you can do. So first thing, if you get lost in woods, try to think about a water place. try to think like where you can find a water place, because a water source is something which will, take you into proper direction. So try to find that out. So with that, you can explore more and more options of getting back instead of getting more lost in the woods. So always, if you get lost in the woods, stop, don't panic, stay calm, plan, think of your options and explore them properly. Now find always drinking water. How do you find a drinking water? Where do you know you have a drinking water? The only way to find a drinking water is you find some traces of animals. So animal eat food, they throw away on the path. Animals legs, footprints you can see. So follow animal trails. If you follow animal trails, you will get the drinking water. Okay, then find source of food, like where you can get trees with more fruits, more vegetables. Such kind of trees you should find so you can cook them. Okay, stay away from, main important thing what I'm going to tell everyone is stay away from pits, like big big tunnels or pits, because those are places where wild animals stay. So you should stay away from such pits. Okay, now if you have to build a fireplace, what all materials you need to build a fire camp? Okay, first of all, to build a fire camp, you need branches. You need branches. You need twigs of leaves, like lot of leaves, lot of twigs. You need lot of stems. Okay, so there are a lot of things which you need. You need branches, twigs, leaves, stems, and you will get all of this in woods. You don't have to carry them. Okay, now if you don't have a matchstick, still how you can build a fire camp? You can build a fire camp without a matchstick or a fireplace with friction. So there are a couple of ways of doing it. One way is you do a friction. So what you do is you rub a wood using a plow or a hand drill. So you use a hand drill, rub the wood against it. So let's say you have a piece of wood, you rub another piece of wood, or you use a hand drill to rub this piece of wood. That friction will create a fire. Second thing is you have rocks, like quartz rocks, right? If you take a quartz, it is good because it's a combustible product. But if you have any other rocks also, it's fine. You can break the large piece of rock into small chunk and pieces. Then you can take a steel knife. I'll show you a video how this is done actually. Then you can so first you break the large piece of rock into small chunk and pieces. Then you take a steel knife, like preferably a carbon knife. It strikes it at the rock, strike the knife at the rock. This results in sparks. And with the help of sparks, you can, you will have a campfire created. Okay, with the help of sparks. Now, you can take a small piece of tinder and hold it on top of the rock and hit it. And the tinder also, it catches spark and it starts to burn and you will start getting flames. So these are like two ways of building a fireplace without any matchstick. Okay, now if you want to create a water source, okay, if you want to create a water source in a jungle, like in the woods, how would you do that? So to create a water source, what you do is, first you will dig a hole in the mud. This is this is like a solar water, a purified water source or a solar water still. Okay. Okay, so what you will do, you will dig a hole in the mud or the soil. Okay, then you put a cup or a bowl there. Okay, you dig a hole. In that hole you put a cup or a bowl. Okay, make sure that enough sun light is reaching this, there is enough sunlight which is reaching this hole. Okay, then the fourth thing what you do is, you will put a lot of green leaves. Okay, so you put a lot of green leaves in this hole. So you dig a hole in the soil or a mud, you put a cup or a bowl, you made sure sunlight is reaching in the hole, you put a lot of green leaves. Why green leaves? Because green leaves give out a lot of moisture. Green leaves will, give out a lot of moisture. So you put some green leaves. Now you put some water. This can be any raw water. Okay, you put some water and you cover all of this with plastic. It's very easy. Even kids can do it with the help of big people. Okay, so cover this with plastic. Now what happens is the next day when you come, you will see condensation has taken place, and this, because of condensation, this bowl is filled with pure water, because you put all plastic on top of this. There were leaves gave out a lot of moisture. There was sunlight. That sunlight came on the plastic. It there is a little bit water here, so that everything, condensation took place and pure water got generated in a cup or a bowl. So that is a solar water still. I'll show you how exactly they do it. Let me draw this diagram and show you. Okay, so what initially they did is they put like a cup here. They dug, this is a mud, they created a hole in the mud, put a cup in there, then they put some some kind of leaves here. So they added a lot of leaves over here. So why they added a leaves? Because green leaves generate a lot of moisture. Now after that, what they did is, like, they added a little bit water here. Okay, little bit water here, and they covered this with a plastic cover. Okay, they covered this is like they covered this with a plastic cover. Now they made sure that the sunlight is reaching this hole. Okay, sunlight is reaching this hole. What happened the next day? This leaves generated moisture, but also condensation took place. And the next day when they found, they took out this bowl, it had a pure water because condensation took place. Okay, now let's see what are the different types of shelters which you can build in the woods. So the different types of survival shelters are, so the different types of survival shelters are, first is you can take dried leaves, just dried leaves, like fall leaves, those are very dried leaves. You can take those brown color dried leaves and you can build a shelter. So you can just collect all the brown leaves together, lot of brown leaves. Okay, make sure this brown leaves create some kind of a homely structure, and make sure that you can slide inside it, but your head is outside. Right, your head is outside, but you can sleep inside this leaves. So these leaves are like a shelter to you. This is one way of making survival shelter. The second way of making survival shelter is with the help of stick and fresh leaves. So like you can take a stick and fresh leaves and you can make a shelter. So you can take like sticks. Okay, you can construct these sticks on each other, and then what you can do is below this, I'll show you exactly on the video, because there are a lot of videos where people have done survival in the woods, so you will get a very good idea. So you put all the leaves here. Okay, and this is like a tent. So you like construct some leaves here, and this is like sticks, kind of, you can make a roof out of sticks, and then leaves like doors and everything out of leaves. Okay, just club all the leaves here, so you can use this as a roof, and this like a staying place in the woods. The third thing, what you can do is, branches, stems, and you can build a tent. Okay, so you can take some branches, some stems. You will get a lot of these branches, stems, and twigs in the jungle. So you take these branches, stems, and twigs, and what you do is, you first of all dig a mud or a soil. Okay, you dig a mud or a soil. Then the next thing you do is, you create a campfire. Like the way I showed you a few minutes ago, I showed you how you can create a campfire. So you, in a mud or a soil, you create a campfire with you create a campfire with the dried dried leaves and parts of the plants. Okay, with the help of the dried leaf and parts of the plants, you create a campfire. You dig mud or soil, create a campfire, and then all these this everything will serve as an insulator, and this will protect you from the cold. So you take branches, stems, twigs, build like a small home kind of thing. You dug mud and soil, create a campfire, and this will also be like a survival shelter. Now let me show you a couple of vessels like we brought. If we we went once in a while for a camping, so we brought this couple of things. So let me show you how small is the whole structure. These are like camping cookwares. If you can see, these are camping cookwares. And then this is like this small, so you can carry it in your backpack. This is this small. Okay, if you open this, okay, you open this, I'll show you what all it has. So it has a this is to wash your vessels. So it has this brush to wash your vessels. Second thing, this is what it has. Everything is in this. Okay, so it has like this is like a small stick which you can like you can if you're cooking something, you can use this as one of the kitchen essential item. Then this is kind of a small spoon which you can use. Okay. Okay. Then this is like you can use as a serving bowl. You can see here. Then this is another, these are like all serving bowls, you can see. Okay. Then this you can see, this is like if you want to cook like any curry, or you want to cook tea or something, you can use this. And then this is like a pan if you want to cook like you want to make an omelette or an egg, or you want to cook pasta or something, you can use this. So these are this much small that they fit in this thing, this small thing, and you can carry in your backpack. Now let's see what this one has. So this is like if you don't have like you don't have any fireplace or anything, you have to cook the food, right? So you see, this is like the you can see in this is like a gas thing, like you can actually cook on this. Okay, so these has all coal pieces. If you can see, these are all coal pieces. Okay, so generate fire. Okay, this is to generate fire. Then there is this is like a plate or a you can say a stand. And then this is like the fire will come from here this way. Okay, so this is like a whole gas structure, like the fire will come from here, and then you put you cook here this way. So you can put this in jungle and you can cook the food this way. So you put this here, and you can cook the food this way. Okay, so these are like you get it on amazon.com, and these are like very small. This fits in your backpack, so you can actually use this. So these are like couple of things you can, these are couple of precautions you can take when you go actually on a camp or in the woods. These are very simple things. It doesn't cost that much, but these are simple things which will help you survive in the wood and enjoy in the open nature. So anybody has any questions before we go on to see actually how people are surviving in woods?
I have a I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Are we gonna watch a video on this topic?
Yeah, we are going to watch a video on how people who have been surviving in woods have done shelters, different type of shelters. How did they create the solar water pit, which I showed you. So we are going to see that video soon.
Okay.
So can you see this one? This comes in this over here, right? A small thing. Now there is a multi-purpose use of this one. You can use it as a, you can see there are like sharp edges here, so you can use it to as a knife. You want to make a fireplace, you want to rub something over each other, or to make that fireplace. You want to cut the trees, branches, twigs, you can use this. Okay, the other thing you can do is there is also a screwdriver here. If you can see, there is a can opener here. So this like this is a knife, this is a can opener, this is a screwdriver. You have multiple purpose of this. So just wanted to show you, and everything, these are just like two things, and everything fits in this two stuff. So even like you have this belt as well to attach to this. If you can see this vessels, you see this opens this way and then this closes this way, so this can fit into this, all of this. So this is very easy to carry. These are like small vessels, very easy to carry, and you don't have to stay hungry in the woods. So, anytime you go for camping and all these are like small elements which you can carry along with you. And these are like basic things which you can, you can have the knowledge when you're going for a campfire in the woods, or, building some tents and enjoying in the woods. So enjoy your woods trip, and I will show you another video on how we can build shelters. Okay, so.